So in this video, I wanted to talk about love and boundaries. And one of the reasons I want to talk about this is because I feel like our society tells people that, or makes people feel that love is when you give. You're giving something, and that's love. And it can be that way. But I feel the first and most important act of love is to love yourself. And until you love yourself and do things that are loving towards yourself, you don't have anything to give to other people. And I think mothers have a really big struggle with this because we spend so much of our time giving to our children, to our husbands, to, the school or whatever you're doing, that you don't take time to give to yourself and to fulfill yourself and to love yourself. I think this creates a lot of stress and anxiety and, anger and bitterness in people because they feel like they're pressured to do all this giving and this loving, and that giving is love. And they don't realize that receiving is love as well. And, to not feel guilty about that's actually just as important to receive love as it is to give love. Like, everything in life needs to be a balance of giving and receiving. And you'll feel that even in your relationships. If you give too much to a relationship, then you will feel uncomfortable with that. And if you receive too much, then people will often feel uncomfortable as well. And I feel like when I was growing up that I my only excuse me, interpretation of, giving and love was doing something for somebody else, but that didn't apply to me, doing something for myself. And now that I'm older and wiser, I realize that giving love to myself is as important, and actually more important, and because you need that first. That has to come first before you can give to others. And you feel this, and I feel this in my own life when I don't get to do the things that bring me joy, be in nature, ride my horse, yoga, giving love to Leah, Jim, is a lot more difficult. I feel bitter about it instead of feeling like, oh, I'm so brimming with joy and love that I can now give this to other people. But if I find that if I go riding, hiking, whatever it is, and then I come home and then I'm ready to give love to Leah and other people or give of my time, I feel more comfortable doing that. I feel happy to do that. I feel more positive about doing that, and not that it's a forced thing. And that just shows me on a daily basis that, you have to fill yourself up first before you can give. And I think having small children makes it more difficult, but you need to make space in your life to give to yourself and to feel fulfilled. And whatever that means for you, if that's reading a book, going for a walk, watching your favorite show, talking to somebody on the phone, whatever it is that makes you feel happy, like doing some activity that you really enjoy. And then once you are fulfilled emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is you're doing, then you can give love to others. And it's not a chicken or the egg thing. You have to love yourself first. And by loving yourself doesn't mean you're being selfish. It doesn't mean not keeping the balance, because you still need to keep the balance. And you don't want to be narcissistic or something like that. But, you can feel out where that balance is. And you'll feel when it's unbalanced, when you're giving too much or you're taking too much, you can sense that. And this is one thing that I think that was a big problem for my mother, because she gave and gave and gave to everyone, and she didn't fill herself up. And I think it was almost like an escape to her to do all this. And she felt like doing this, helping this person who's down on their luck, or, doing all these things for other people, were bringing love into her life. But really, she was just she was just giving it and just giving it out. It was all out and it wasn't ever in. And I think you see what happens when that imbalance is created. Now, she obviously had other issues as well, but that I do feel is one of her things that was problematic for her. And I think it happens a lot to mothers and women, and I just wanted to mention it because I think that finding that balance, finding that space in your life, and maybe that means not doing as much that week so that you can have that time. And I think we get into this crazy whirlwind of our kids have to be in 7 different things and we're running all over the place. You have to do this and that and take them to that show and Hershey Park and all these other places. None of that is going to be as impactful as you making sure that you're taking care of yourself and loving yourself and bringing that love that you now have the ability to share because you are full and you're not empty trying to get love, and bringing that to your children. So it's hard to find the balance sometimes, but it's really important. And I think it makes your life better when you find that. And if that means saying, hey, I'm going to ride my horse today and I'm going to find a way to do that. Either my husband's going to watch Leah or I'm going to, bring her with me or whatever it is that I'd have to do. I do that. And then I can be a better mom, a better wife because of that. So make space in your life to love yourself and take the time to do it. And you will see that impact all of your relationships. Okay, talk to you later.